Girls and a Bottle of Wine podcast, and I'm Janet Blair. Each week, I sit down with one of my girlfriends, whether it be
Teresa, Natalie, Carrie, Kristen, Tara, Stephanie.
We talk about whatever.
We completely restore this trailer.
Fry people's faces off as a bad Mexican.
I don't understand the competition that goes on between women.
Two girls and a bottle of wine. Over a glass of wine, bottle of wine, or sometimes a couple bottles of wine. Join in on Facebook at facebook.com/2girlsandabottle-of-wine. Don't miss us. Hello, I'm Janet.
And I'm Tara.
And we are two girls and a bottle of wine.
Because men like boobs.
And girls like wine. A little rusty.
Woo.
I feel a little rusty. It's been a couple weeks, it feels like.
Yeah, it does feel like a while.
Yeah. Welcome back, Tara
Hello,
Dover.
world.
Hello, podcast land.
So, how's it going?
Good. The day job is crazy on my end. We've been getting rain,
yes.
We should be building an ark. Mm-hmm. Other than that, not a whole lot going on in my world. How is your world with LaLovely Vintage?
It's great. It's, the rain was a huge damper.
I'm sorry.
Over the last 20 days, I think it's been, or
right.
22 days of rain.
That's like 4 weekends.
Yeah, and we had to market every one of them.
Oh.
So, yeah, we pushed through. We had a lot of loss, some damages from products being broken and ruined from water.
No.
But, yeah, besides that, I think we did good, and we just powered through, and doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. So we have a few repairs, but we'll the sun is shining, so
it is
very, very hopeful.
Yes, and I think they said we might get some rain on Friday, but the weekend is looking promising.
Okay, and this is my first weekend off.
So dang it. Come on, Mother Nature.
I'll be at the cottage this weekend, so I'll be sheltered.
So you're not off?
Yeah, well, yeah.
You're still working.
Guess still working, but not a pop-up.
How's the cottage?
It's going. I am definitely fully focused on markets. We have one every weekend in June and July together. So every weekend in June and every weekend in July. Just really powering up, getting ready for that.
Do you have a calendar? If you go to your website, I know you have an events page, but do you have a calendar with
No, so
I'm thinking
events
graphics.
Yeah, no,
our
events
post on our page.
Our events page is what we have, and I'm going to be updating that this week. Since we don't have anything this weekend, it'll be fully updated with everything. But I could probably make a calendar for you.
You don't have to. You can send me the link.
It'd be pretty easy.
You can send me the link when it's all up to date.
Yes, I will. So this week,
I'm
sure by this weekend. So
you were downtown Denver this last weekend.
Yes, we did Artster 2015. So that was our second year participating.
What is Artster?
It is a full-on market. It's 100% Colorado artists and designers. Nice. Yeah, and it's right smack dab in the middle of the Denver Pavilion. So there's a lot of traffic, local and tourists. It was wonderful. We had a great response.
And you were there Friday and Saturday?
Yeah. Oh, no, Saturday and Sunday, sorry.
And it rained both days?
Yes, it did. We had a flash flood on Saturday.
What?
It was, our parking lot was completely just flew.
Oh my gosh, did you get some video?
It was flooded. Everybody else did, I didn't. I'm so concerned about stuff getting wet and me just trying to control the weather, which I can't control. So.
You of all people, you can only control.
I know. And I think that I'm always just I don't know. I'm not used to the rain. I'm not in this
Colorado.
month. And so
it's Colorado. You're not used to this.
Yeah, and I'm always so hopeful, and they're never really right on the predictions, so.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I'm sure they have a name for this rain phenomenon in Colorado. Yeah. But everything's green.
Hopefully, yeah, and you can't complain because we needed it, and you don't want a drought. So.
But your bills don't get paid by the greenery.
No, but our customers are so wonderful and dedicated, and they just come out during the rain. We did the Horseshoe Market, and it was a very rainy day, and we had so many great customers out that day with their umbrellas and their rain boots and just ready to shop, and it was so inspiring.
That's awesome.
Just this last weekend at Artster was very inspiring, just to see how excited people get about the shop. My mom and I were just this is why we do it.
It's a little high.
Yeah. Just seeing from teenage girls to older women, everybody just gets, excited about it, and that's why we do it.
And it's LaLovelyVintage.com.
Yes.
That's
so right now you can find us traveling all around the trailer for the most part.
Are you going to be mainly in the Denver area?
Yes. Yeah, I'll be
trips?
in the Denver area all summer long.
Okay.
Or Littleton. No, I'll be in Littleton the first Saturday
That's
of every
Denver
month.
area.
Yeah, so that would, yeah, exactly.
But you're not like going on a road trip to Nebraska.
No, we are planning, I don't know if I announced this the first time that we're opening a different storefront. We're moving. We're relocating at the end of the year. Our lease is up at our current location.
You had said you wanted to.
Yeah, and that was kind of our first, step to opening a storefront. And we found a location with a great friend of ours, another mobile shop, and we're going to be at the Backyard on Blake with Judith and Joe. So it's 30th.
Where's that at?
It's 30th and Blake. So right by
Downtown.
Yeah, 30th and Blake.
I told you that's where I pictured you.
So it's the development is called Backyard on Blake, and it's going to be us and a restaurant and a couple other shops right there.
Fun.
Very
Congratulations.
excited. So that'll be late summer, early fall. It's still being built, so we're definitely in the early process.
It's so exciting to see you on your journey.
Thanks.
It is so exciting. You've been doing this with me for almost about a year. It's gotta be.
I'm like finally comfortable, so it's probably about a year.
And the progression in your journey, it just makes me so happy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
I'm very happy to be in Denver.
And I will come out and see you pop up eventually.
Yeah.
The last one you had in Littleton at the mall, the Paris thing.
The Paris Street, yeah.
We were all ready to go, and we were dressed and getting ready to go, and Steve's like, what's up with the refrigerator? And the lights on it were flashing, and I was like, what are you talking about? We need to go. I want to go see Tara. I've told her I'm going to we have to go. He's like, the refrigerator's not on. It's not working.
Oh, no, all that stuff. Yeah, it's spoiled, no.
So we had to call a guy. He came out the same day.
Okay.
It was just like...
Yeah, well...
Dang it.
Paris Street is the first Saturday of every month until October. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, plenty of time.
We'll make it out there.
It's not the 30th and Blake.
So it's not this coming Saturday, it's the following.
Yes, exactly. So I have a week of preparation.
There we go. How was your last one?
Artster?
Yeah. No, your last Paris.
Oh, yes, the last Paris was wonderful. It was, actually, it was wonderful. I think we started out the year just better than any market last year.
Good.
At Paris. It was just wonderful. A lot of comeback customers, repeat customers. It was really great. It was a good way to start the first of the year.
Nice. So. And does your husband participate in these with you? Does he?
He has a very time-consuming job, so when he can. He didn't have any days off last week, but still Sunday he came and helped in the afternoon. So,
gosh.
he's just wonderful.
No days off?
Yeah, no, like never. And right now he's training for another job, so he's up at 4 and isn't home until at least 4 or 5.
That's where marriage is hard, but you make it work.
Yeah. And he's so excited about work. When you love work, it's easy to wake up and do that. So.
And it's probably easy for you to cheer for him when he's that excited.
When he's excited about it. So.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's do Woman Crush of the Week.
Okay.
Who's your Woman Crush of the Week?
So I did a little research, and mine is Jackie Kennedy.
Ooh, I like her.
For the fact that I own a vintage shop, and she passed in May, so we want to celebrate her. 1975, I believe, is when she passed. But she was just such a timeless beauty, and so flawless and classy, elegant.
And she dealt with so much drama, and didn't crack.
Exactly, and that's what I feel should be celebrated about her, is because she had so much drama and so much pain in her life, but she was so elegant and beautiful, and you couldn't tell. I feel like she just didn't wear it on her, and I don't know how she didn't do that, coming from a very wealthy, privileged family, and then having all this troubles and stuff, and just being able to deal with it, and like still living her life. And
she's very graceful. That's a
very
great
graceful.
one.
So
that's a great one. I didn't know she passed in May. So
so I just totally researched it and found
Good
that.
job, Tara. Good job.
And it totally works because she is a total beauty when it comes to the style and
I don't know
the character.
anyone that doesn't love Jackie O.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, my Woman Crush of the Week is Anna Kendrick. She is in Pitch Perfect 2.
Yes.
She was in Into the Woods. She was in Pitch Perfect 1. She
Red hair? No.
It's reddish.
Yeah.
Reddish
hair.
She's short, petite, hilarious as can be. If you follow her on Twitter, which I recommend, it's at Anna Kendrick 47. She is just hilarious.
Okay, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
And Pitch Perfect 2 has kind of blown up at the box office recently, so I thought that's why I chose her. She is an actress and a singer. She rose to international fame after her performance as Natalie Keener in Up in the Air with George Clooney. I never saw that movie. I need to. It came out in 2009, so I'm behind the times. She received an Academy Award for that movie, a Golden Globe, and a Screen Actors Guild Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. She has also played Dinah Lord in the Broadway musical High Society, for which she was nominated for a Tony Award. And then, of course, she was in Twilight. She was in Pitch Perfect 2, and she played Janet. I just wanted to say that because it was my name. In End of Watch in 2012. I'd never watched that.
Heard of that, no.
And then she played Cinderella in Into the Woods. Okay. One of her most recent tweets, which I saw and had to share, was, "For someone with such an intense need to be liked, you'd think I would have figured out how to be less of an asshole." I was like, that's awesome.
Gotta be yourself.
Yes. You just can't help it. All right, Hollywood happenings time. Keira Knightley, are you a fan? Yeah.
Yes, I'm glad I knew who you were talking about the first time. I can't picture Keira Knightley's face.
She was in several movies, and I can't,
see.
She just had a baby.
Yeah.
It's her first child with husband James Wrighton. Salma Hayek?
Yes, I know her.
She has recently spoke out about Hollywood's sexism. And I hadn't really thought about this, but if you take a step back, you're like, it's kind of very similar to any other job.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think that what are the exact struggles that they're dealing with?
Okay, so she
and then I'll tell you what I think.
She added her voice to a long list of women denouncing sexism in Hollywood. She talked about everything from the wage gap to the male co-stars getting approval over her casting. For a long time, they thought the only thing we were interested in seeing were romantic comedies. They don't see us as a powerful economic force, which is an incredible ignorance. Over the past few weeks, more and more women have spoke out about the sexist treatment in Hollywood. The ACLU recently asked federal and state agencies to formally investigate discriminatory hiring practices in film and television. And Selma came out and said the only kind of movie where women make more money than men is the porn industry. Which is so true.
Yeah. So I heard something, I don't even know, randomly background noise about how they are only casting women that are like about 25 to 30 years younger than the men. So they love older men because that's attractive. So they're going to continually So they're going to continually book him, but to be able to be in a role with him, you need to be about 30 years younger than he is to be
like
his
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, to be his partner, to be his, and anybody like in Salma Hayek's age group is dismissed because they're older. And so that's the only thing I heard about it, which makes sense and is kind of messed up. I don't know though. I mean, they're writing it. They're casting for a storyline, and if that storyline looks a certain way, then who am I to
look at Meryl Streep?
I mean, and she's killing it, and that woman finds the roles that are for her
every single time.
You know, so I don't know. I think that if there is a wage gap, I don't know how big that is or what that looks like. But that's something that everybody is dealing with. So it's not uncommon.
Women make 70 cents for every $1 that men make. Isn't that what they're saying?
Like that, yeah.
Which is...
I make my own wages now. I don't know about any of that right now.
Her whole destiny.
Totally.
Wage gap, what?
Yeah, no, not for my business. No thanks. We don't deal with that. So I think that it's sad, but if you gotta find your role, like Meryl Streep. Yep, just like that. You gotta find.
And Meryl Streep does amazing, and Diane Keaton. She is also another older actress that has continued to succeed despite any age.
So I think that, you gotta just...
But you don't know what she's making in comparison to
no clue.
Her guy counterparts. And I think it's like that in all jobs, and that should be addressed. It should be equal.
Yeah.
If I'm working as hard as my coworker that's a male...
and
pay me the same wage.
Yeah, there's so many great things that women offer to a job, as well as men, and it definitely should be equal because they don't bring the same thing. They bring
Right.
different, they bring different things to the table. So
I think women have a better eye for detail.
absolutely.
Look at a house after a